And welcome back to a new video, and today it is a video where we are seeing if Paddy Pimblett has the quality to become a UFC champion. So let's get straight into it. So firstly, we're going to look at where it all started. So Paddy Pimblett came from the same promotion as Conor McGregor, where UFC pick up a lot of their European talent, and Paddy Pimblett was the lightweight championship in that division. And he is also from Liverpool. So, in his first UFC fight, he was matched up against a Brazilian, and it was expected to be a pretty easy fight, but obviously, the guy we fought was 9-3. Paddy Pimblett was currently at the time 16-3 on the 4th of September. So the fight was decent one. Paddy Pimblett though meant to be an easy fight, but he got hit with a massive shot early on, which rocked him a bit, but then the longer the fight went, Paddy Pimblett managed to hit a good strike and get the finish against Luigi Vandlamini. So the first fight, and after the post-match press conference, Paddy Pimblett in the pre-press conference showed his personality, which made him a star. So then straight after the pre-match press conference, the relations were already there to Conor McGregor, and the UFC saw this, and he was seen as the next Conor McGregor, as he still is. And after a big win, a win in his UFC debut, he next fought on 19th of March on Saturday at UFC London versus Rodrigo Vargas. A big rise in his growth was as well due to his friend Molly McCann, who is also pushing him to be the next star, and as well his YouTube channel. But in this next fight, he was fighting Rodrigo Vargas with a record of 12-5, which should be a fight he should be winning again pretty easily. And once again, this was probably one of his better performances. And in the first round, he managed to get Vargas's back and managed to submit him, which was the second win for Pimblett in his UFC career. So after that, going into his fight with Jordan Levy on the 23rd of July at UFC Fight Night, it was well documented about his weight and how much fat he has put on, and people started to call him Paddy the Fatty. Pimblett, and it was also questioned if he would be able to make weight in the toughest fight he has faced so far in his UFC career, Jordan Levy. Going into the fight, these two were back and forth, and Paddy Pimblett got some comedy moments in the press conference, which also rose his stardom again. And Jordan Levy, with a 10-2 record, was also known to be a jokester who liked to dance after his fight. And with the back and forth, Paddy Pimblett said that he was going to teabag him like Modern Warfare. after he finishes Levy. So it was time for the fight, and Jordan Levy managed to hold Paddy against the cage most of the fight, and then in round 2, Pimblett managed to get the back again of Levy and managed to get the finish in the second round by submission again. After the fight, Paddy Pimblett, obviously in his post-match press conference, broke down into tears after his friend committed suicide 24 hours after, and he launched a campaign which is telling men to speak out on mental health, which gained a lot of respect from hateful fans on him. Now it brings us up to Paddy Pimblett's most recent fight, which is versus Jared Gordon, who trains with Bilal Muhammad, and once again, no 19-6 record. It was meant to be a fight that Pimblett won quite easily, but it did not turn out that way. After this fight was one of the worst performances, well, the worst performance Paddy Pimblett has shown so far. He looked like an amateur, and as well he also was getting caught a lot on his chin after he held his chin out in the air, and on a big card like UFC 282, he was the co-main event, and on the biggest stage he put his worst performance in, and after that it was a split decision which they gave to Pimblett, but a lot of people debated that he shouldn't have won that fight, and that brings us to now. Does Paddy Pimblett have the quality to become a UFC champion? For me, I think he has a lot to work on. I've seen the names like Drew Dober and all of this for his next fight. I don't think the UFC will do that. I think they'll be strategic about it. But he has to get better, definitely, and I don't see him becoming a UFC champion. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Make sure to like and subscribe. And